Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Infinity Flux Night Terrors special, where we're going to be talking about the miniseries and the one shot. So, Night Terrors is DC's new big summer event coming out. There's a ton of two-issue specials that go along with it, and the one shot that's going to be kicking it off. So, there's not a whole lot of information about these out here, but it's very important for us to tell you about why you need to get these. It's a big event, and we really want people to get them and enjoy them. So our orders are due very soon this week for 3 weeks worth of things. So we want to make sure that we get your orders in. Definitely make sure to let your store know which ones of these you want. And I think they all look really exciting.
Yeah, and I think this it is a big event, but it's not an event. It makes me think of an event like an old school like Civil War, and I don't mean like in the way what the story is, but in the way that this isn't claiming to change the universe or reboot any continuity. It's just that this is a big story that they want to tell, and it involves a whole bunch of heroes doing something together. But it's not claiming to. It's not this big universe altering thing. It's just a really fun interesting sounding, a big story featuring a whole bunch of different characters. And when it's over, everything's going to go back to the way it was. So it's kind of old school like that.
Yeah, so we went over these books on our main Conks from the Future show. So here we are going to put all that stuff together, and so you can watch it all in one big, almost a swooth. One swath. One big swath.
Big chunk.
And so hope you enjoy, and definitely head over to infinityflux.net and order yours today. Night Terror's First Blood. Now, this one is important because this is your kickoff point for it. They even say this is like the I would consider it an issue 0 almost.
Yeah, and that's probably why they should have done it. Like go.
Yeah, it's funny because the main Night Terrors is going to be 4 issues long, but it's like,
but this isn't one of them.
But it's 5 issues.
Yeah, it's
like
5
let's be
issues,
honest. Even when you read the solicitation for number 1, it says like after the extra sized number 1 or the exercise one shot issue. So if you're planning on reading Night Terrors, definitely pick up Night Terrors First Blood. This is going to be written by Joshua Williamson, which I'm very excited of. I love all the stuff he's doing right now. The art is done by Howard Porter, and this really just sets up what is Night Terrors. So in this, the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman discover a body of one of their oldest foes in the Hall of Justice, and this is going to lead their investigation. It says beyond the land of the dead and directly into the hands of the new villain Insomnia. So sounds really cool. I really like this this premise. It's a little bit of Halloween right here mid-year. Some spooky stories, all of that.
I'm excited for it because it's written by, this whole thing is sort of being architected by Joshua Williamson, who is killing it right now in Superman and Green Arrow. But he's also a great horror / kind of dark fantasy writer with Dark Ride, Image. He had Nailbiter, Birthright. So it's like he's combining his two things that he's really good at. He's putting them together into this one story. So the fact that he's sort of helming all of this makes me really, really excited because he's so good at the horror stuff and the superhero stuff.
Yes. So I'm very excited about this. This is our A cover. We also have our Jay Lee variant. You can see Deadman is going to be playing a big part in this.
He's awesome.
Yep. We have our MATTINA variant. This is
cool.
It's very almost sci-fi looking.
There's some good MATTINA covers throughout this whole event.
We also have a blank sketch cover. Now we also have Dawn of DC Night Terrors #1. So I would definitely treat this as a number 2 because you'll definitely want to get that first one. But this one, I guess, kind of kicks off the main story. In this, Insomnia has caused everyone in the world, almost everyone, we'll find out a little bit more about that, to fall asleep or be trapped inside of their nightmares. And it is up to Deadman and Batman, who I guess Batman doesn't sleep. He doesn't need to sleep. They're going to work together to find out who Insomnia really is and what is it going to take to wake everybody up. So Really cool. Very excited about this. Hard to really tell the difference between the First Blood and this, what makes them different.
Right.
But, this is really kicking it off. So, still written by Joshua Williamson, and we have a couple of artists on the main title. So, this is our A cover. We also have, this is the Mattina for this one. I like this dead man who kind of has like a death shroud
Yeah.
on. We have the let's see.
It's MALEEV.
This is the
Yeah.
Alex MALEEV variant. I guess this is a dead man went inside
In
of
in Batman,
Batman.
yeah. Pretty cool.
And we also have this Ivan Rice Darkest Hour neon cover. So I guess they're doing this for most of the books. We talked about that First Blood
Yeah.
had one last
Last
week
week,
where you
yeah.
could order it. Now you can order this one. Night Terror's Batman. So this is written by Joshua Williamson and the art is by Gilliam March. So in this, we know Batman is one of course, the key players in this Night Terror storyline. In this two-issue miniseries, Batman is stalked by the symbol that he has created in this nightmare realm. So I've got a little preview of this. You can see kind of what that horrible creature is there at the bottom, but let's say it's a bat hybrid with a weapon that definitely scars
Hmm.
Batman's Bruce Wayne's past. So I think this one's really cool. Joshua Williamson, great writer. You can tell since he's writing the main book and this one, it's going to be very important. But like we said, this is not replacing or it is replacing the main Batman title, but not like within the main series.
Yeah.
So if you're enjoying Batman or you want to get this Batman, tell your store. We also have the Mattina variant.
I love these
Now, this is
covers. These are
interesting
great.
too. I believe all of these books have about 4 open order covers, and you'll kind of start seeing a pattern. This is our Puppeteer Lee variant, which is just horrifying.
Yep.
And I will say that this moment does happen in the book. And we also have this Destin to Win Midnight variant, which all of these will have one of these.
So next we have Night Terror's Black Adam. This is written and drawn by Jeremy Hahn. In this book, Black Adam is defending in the middle of defending Kandak, when he and everyone else in the country is put under the nightmare wave. And I don't know what nightmares he's going to see, but if he's right in the what I think of is, if he's in the middle of defending the country and then he's put to sleep, does whatever he's defending it against, what happens to that? Is it?
Yeah, I think everything falls asleep.
Well, yeah,
So
that's true. Unless, yeah, you're right.
unless it's like a
Unless whatever he's fighting against doesn't succumb to the
yeah,
nightmare way. Yeah, so that should be interesting. So we have our A cover here. This is by Jeremy Hunt, and then our B cover is by Christian Ward. Our C cover is by Tiago da Silva, and then we have a Dustin Nguyen cover as well.
okay, next up, we have Night Terrors The Flash, and this one is going to be written by Alec Pagnadal, and the artist by Daniel Bayliss. And not a whole lot is said about this one. It just says Barry is trapped in a nightmare cage that he will have to find his way out of. So, uh, this is taking place between, as we're transitioning from Flash 800 to the new Flash that's going to be uh, by Cy Spurrier
Yeah,
and
Mike
Mike
Deodato.
Deodato Jr. So this is kind of an in-between one. So if you are jonesing for some more Flash, because we're not going to have it for a little bit, this will be great.
Yeah, this is exactly why Flash 800 just came out, ending that run. The new Flash number one doesn't come out till September, and this is exactly why, because there's a number one and number two in July and
Yeah.
August.
We also have our, this is the Torrin Clark variant. We have our Bayless cover, so that's your interior artist. That one's really cool. And of course, we have the Destined to Win one as well.
Night Terror's Green Lantern. So this is written by Jeremy Adams, who is the current writer of the brand new Green Lantern book. And then there's a backup story written by Alex Segura. In this one, in the new Green Lantern book, the Green Lanterns of Earth are quarantined. They're banned from leaving the planet. But in this book, they do it anyway because we've got Hal Jordan, Kilowog, and a few other lanterns. They break that quarantine, I guess, to go to space to investigate a mysterious disturbance in Sector 2814. I'm guessing it has something to do with the Nightmare Wave. And then the backup story features Sinestro, where he has to face the darkest corners of his past and his future.
Ew.
So that should be pretty cool. So yeah, again, just continuing same creative team or same writer at least as the current Green Lantern book. So that is going to take a pause with number two. Then we're going to get these next two Night Terrors, and then it'll resume with number three in September. So yeah, we have our A cover here. Let's see. Our B cover is by Derek Robertson. Our C cover is by Mike Diodato Jr., who is we'll see on the Flash pretty soon. And then we have our Dustin Nguyen D cover. All these D covers, like like they should connect. I feel
Yeah.
like they should connect, and they're all their heroes are in the dark trying to figure
Yeah.
out what's going on.
Okay, this one I feel like is going to be a
Right.
highlight of this
Yeah.
event. This is Night Terror's Joker. This is written by Matthew Rosenberg, who was writing the Joker
Yeah.
series. And the art is by Sifali. And this just sounds super fun. So, what is Joker's worst nightmare? Well, it is having a day job.
Yeah. A 9 to 5 desk job. I can relate to this cover right here.
Just from the stuff we talk about with
Yeah.
like corporate world and stuff,
Mhm.
it's very funny to read the solicitation about this where it talks about he goes up against horrifying things like how will he handle meetings that could have been done by email and who is picking up lunch
Yep.
and all this like just corporate stuff that you know is going to drive Joker sane.
Yeah.
Not drive him crazy, it's gonna drive him just to be mundane and boring.
Yeah, this is great because I mean, like the Night Terrors, like the story and most of the books sound pretty scary almost, right? But then this one is the complete opposite, but it still works because that's what's scary to him.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
I just hope
Genius.
the entire thing just feels kind of like Office Space.
Yeah,
Just him
yeah,
just slugging it throughout the
yeah,
day. So I think this one's gonna be a hot one.
yeah. I'm excited for this one
We
for
also
sure.
have, I believe this is a Mattina variant. It's a little bit scarier.
Hmm.
We have our Simon Bianchi variant, and we have our Destin Win Midnight variant.
So this one actually sounds a lot like the Joker one. This is Night Terror's Poison Ivy. And in this one, she basically finds herself in a perfect world. House, white picket fence. She's with Harley. Everything is just hunky dory, basically. But is that what she wants? We don't know. So this one it makes me think of the Joker one because this one actually doesn't sound so scary to most of us, but to Poison Ivy, it might actually be pretty scary. So I just
Yeah.
think it's more genius. This just taking the idea. A nightmare doesn't have to mean the same thing to everybody. So I like that they're playing with that a little bit.
Yeah, it's got very "Don't Worry, Darling" vibes
Yeah.
too, with the white picket
Oh, that's
fence
right.
and
Yeah.
the backyard barbecues and all of
Yeah.
that.
And this is written by G. Willow Wilson, who is writing the fantastic Poison Ivy series. So again, if you're enjoying that, you're definitely going to want to pick this up because it's the same team. So we have our A cover by Jessica Fong. Our B covers by Leslie Larix Lee. We have our Jamie McKelvey cover, which that is a great example of
Yeah.
what the story is going to be. And then our Dustin Nguyen D cover.
Next up, we have a kind of a unique one. This
Yeah.
is Night Terror's Ravager, and this is going to be written by Ed Brisson, and the artist by Dexter Soy. I really like Dexter Soy, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
This is if you read one of the previous one-shot issues.
It was in Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the Dawn of DC book. It was one of the
Yes.
stories in that. There was a story focusing on Stormwatch.
Stormwatch,
Yeah.
where Ravager is now a member of Stormwatch.
Yeah.
So this kind of comes from that a little bit. She is separated from Stormwatch and in a nightmare world where she has to protect a younger version of herself from being consumed by the Murder Man and his Slaughter Squadron. So sounds like some kind of a first appearance of new characters or like weird twisted versions of them. It says, "Why are they so familiar?" I have a feeling Slade Wilson's gonna have some part in them as well.
And I'm excited about Dexter Soy because he did the Deathstroke Year One story arc in the Deathstroke Inc. book, and I really like that. And I thought the art really matched the grittiness of that story. So this sounds like a win for me.
Yeah, it really cool. So this is our A cover. We have our Mattina cover.
Tina covers on all these are so great.
Yep. This one is crazy.
Ooh.
So this is the
So
Messafara.
she left her helmet on a little too long. They got stuck, and she had just ripped it off.
Oof. Her face is still stuck on the inside of
Yeah,
the mask.
exactly. Yeah.
And we have the Dustin to Win cover.
Next is Night Terror's Robin. This one sounds really cool too. Written by Kenny Porter, art by Miguel Mendoza. This one features Jason Todd and Tim Drake working together. They're taken into the nightmare realm where they're forced to relive the darkest moments of their lives.
They have some
I'm
dark moments.
Yes, I'm really interested to see. I mean, we all know, but like Jason Todd, the darkest moment of his life is getting beat to death with a crowbar
We
from the
see the
Joker.
crowbar on there
There it is.
too.
Yeah, so I want to see. I mean, that was already a nightmare, and it really happened to him. So, what is it going to be like in the nightmare realm? Like, I think that sounds really, really fascinating, and I love, it's great anytime we see Tim Drake and him, and we don't see just him and Jason too much. So, seeing them work together should be pretty cool. So, this is the A cover by Ivan Reis. James Stokoe B cover here. We have a Liam Sharp cover, which
It's
that
like a
one,
Jaws homage.
yeah. Oh, it is, isn't it? I didn't see the rubber ducky at the top there.
It's
And
very
then
odd.
our Dustin Wynn Midnight Variant. They must have told him about these way long time
Yeah.
ago. Like it
He's
took him
been
a while.
yeah. Okay, this one I'm really excited about because this is Night Terror Shazam. This is written by Mark Waid, so your
Mhm.
ongoing Shazam writer. And we even got a taste of this in the previous issue of Shazam with Mary Marvel falling asleep and at the very end, leading into this story. But in this, it says that Billy Batson and Shazam have separate nightmares. They're on
Oh,
separate kind of nightmare journeys.
okay.
And what's all that going to be about? And it says that there is going to be a new character or enter, as they like to say, Keth Shazam. So I wonder if
Oh,
that's that in the background,
yeah.
kind of maybe a mashup of Shazam and Black Adam. I don't know, but it sounds really cool. So by Mark Waid and Roger Cruz. This is our A cover by Dan Mora. We have our B cover. This is by Hayden Sherman. We have our C cover by Lenoble and our Dustin Nguyen variant.
And then we have Night Terrors Zatanna, written by Dennis Culver. So if you are a fan of the current Doom Patrol, Unstoppable Doom Patrol series written by Dennis Culver, I absolutely love that book. Then you're most likely going to want this one because he is the writer on this one. David Baldion is the artist. This one sounds really interesting, like a good take too, because in this one, Zatanna is defending Wonder Woman and Detective Chimp. They have succumbed to the nightmare wave. They're asleep. She's defending them, and she can't do it alone. She's trying to defend them from the Sleepless Queen, but she needs help. So she puts out a call to any hero that's awake. And she gets Robot Man, which I thought was interesting because, like, oh, I guess maybe he doesn't sleep because he's a robot. So the two of them are trying to fend off the Sleepless Queen from getting to Wonder Woman and Detective Chimp. Yeah, so this is going to kind of sort of take the place of your Unstoppable Doom Patrol book. And I think this one sounds cool too. So this is our A cover by David Baldion. We have our B cover by Kendrick Kunka Lim. We have our Miko Suyan C cover, and then our Dustin Nguyen variant as well. Ooh, she's holding her own.
Yeah.
She's holding her head. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, this one I just think is super creepy.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
It could have been a deceased variant.
Yeah. Oh, it could. Yeah.
And that is that for Comics for the Future and our DC Night Terrors special look. So I can't express how important it is for you to get your orders in for these. Uh, Shops really have to do guessing games on
Yeah.
numbers for these because no one's technically really subscribed to these unless you've went to your store and said you want these, but no like rollover from the previous
Yeah. Because they
series.
show up as different items,
Yeah,
right?
they're
To you,
different
right? Yeah.
items to us. So we really need to know who wants them and which ones you want. But hopefully, we've let you know all of the kind of details about them so you get a better idea as you're placing your orders this weekend for what's to come. So there's still some more Night Terrors books to come.
Yeah.
That wasn't all of them, and those were just issue ones of them.
Yeah.
So this is going to be about 2 months worth of books that we're going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks. But like we said, head over to infinityflux.net, place your orders now, subscribe. You can subscribe to these. They are, considered mini series, even though
Hmm.
they're 2 issues. So go and subscribe to the ones you want, pick the variant covers you want, and we'll be reviewing them when they come out on the
Absolutely.
show. But thank you so much for watching. Uh, Definitely stick with us for our Monday show where we're going to be going over all the books coming out that week, doing our spoiler-free review video. And until then,
See you
bye.
later.